Hello everyone and welcome back to This Is Real Life. And yes, we are in my sunroom and no, it is not done. I know this is a DIY Wednesday and I should totally be working on this, but I've run into some roadblocks and I needed a break. And what better way to take a break than to look at some home talk DIY videos for the summer and remind ourselves that just because you can doesn't mean you should. You know, I love me some home talk DIYs. You know, I feel like most reaction videos are for like 5-minute crafts and those type of websites. I think those websites are low-hanging fruit. We all already know 5-minute crafts and the like. We know that is all for clickbait. However, home talk on the other hand, it looks semi-legit. And it's not until you're in it, watching a video, and they may even hook you with one good one. You know, we've reacted before and I was like, actually, that DIY is not a bad DIY. But then you look at all the rest and you're like, who on earth is making that? I have Home Talk pulled up on my computer and they've got some good videos for the summer. I am willing to bet, and we can all start placing bets in the comments below, how many videos on pool noodles do you think we're gonna see today? I have not seen any of these videos, and the first video I see was uploaded 3 hours ago. I mean, you gotta give it to them. They're uploading a video every single day. Props to Home Talk, that's good. I love to see the hustle. The viral new window idea. Everyone's copying this summer. Oh my God, you guys, get ready to copy it because it's gonna be amazing. It's viral.
I'm starting with a pretty antique mirror I had in my stash. I'm arranging the shutters on both sides of the mirror and a row of hooks along the bottom to get a feel for the design I'm going for. Since my shutters are doubled up, I'm going to separate them, making the shutters with the little knobs my priority. Noting where the mirror glass ends, I'm drilling 2 holes through the wood mirror frame. I'm now deciding to mount the shutters without the brackets by drilling holes into the tops of each one instead. The brackets would have created a gap against the mirror unless I removed the mirror first, so this was just easier. Either way would have worked though. I'll just paint the screws white. Reaching for 2 black painted wooden shelf brackets, I'm attaching them to each side of the mirror. I'm now placing an...
Okay, so when I'm watching her make this, my first thing was like, I already don't like it because the shutters are not the same length as the mirror, but she proved me wrong. I guess there was a reason. I'm gonna guess she's gonna put fake flowers in there. It looks like a planter box with some coat hooks on it. That planter box comes up right to the edge of where the shutters are. All right, I'm not that mad at it anymore. This might actually be a good one.
Now screwing the row of hooks to the front of the crate.
Fake flowers.
Making lots of hook holes in the antique crate that I'd like to preserve as much as possible. After loading up the crate with a full wreath and plants I had in my stash, this plain mirror now has all the ambience of a quaint outdoor window thanks to the shutters and crate window box.
Okay, we're starting off good actually. That's not bad. It's kind of like that country, maybe shabby chic. I'm not quite sure I get the coat hooks because it's so low. I maybe would leave those off, but the mirror with the shutters, with the little planter box, it's not bad. I'm not mad at it. We might make that one day. It's not bad.
Here's a really cool way to repurpose them.
More shutters.
Give your shutters a good wipe down to remove any dirt or debris and make sure there's no bug. Cut down your wood to length. I'm using a miter saw, but you can use a circular saw or jigsaw. Give your boards a quick sand to make sure they're smooth and ready for paint or stain. Place the boards on the shutters with the smooth side facing forward and using wood screws, attach the boards to the shutters. Measure the board for the bottom and attach it using brad nails or wood. Now it's time for paint. You can either paint by hand before attaching the boards.
I usually try and guess what it is they're going to be making, but I don't have an idea here. I don't know what the shutters are for. Because the title of the video is the viral new window idea everyone's copying. Is there window idea shutters? Is she making like a shelf?
Add some cute decor and voila, you've got yourself a cute side table or...
No. First of all, it's not hideous. It's not hideous. However, I just don't think it's going to be that stable. She's got no support. If you wanted to do something like this is, coming from a professional DIYer. If you wanted to do something like this, number one, I don't think you'd have to go hunt down shutters from a thrift store. I think you could use any old wood. If you have old fence boards, you could build the sides out of old fence boards. To me, the shutters, they have no purpose at all here. There's no point to the shutters at all. And the fact that there is not even one singular shelf in the middle of that gaping opening, there's no back support, there's no nothing. It's just 4 little toothpick legs. I guarantee, the minute someone leans on that, it's gonna go and fall like dominoes. It's not horrible. I think we can draw inspiration from this if you wanted to make, would you say a shelf? Would you say a kitchen island maybe? I don't want to hate on it because it's not hideous. Believe me, we've seen much worse. There was not a need for shutters to make this, is all I'm saying. We could easily make this out of a pallet. I mean, shit, I did. I made an entire bar that almost looked just like this out of free pallet wood. And I guarantee my bar is more sturdy than this. Yeah, I don't know. I think there's better ways. I think we could build this a lot better. But thanks, Home Talk, for the idea.
I grabbed this set of large house shutters.
Shutters. Oh, these are huge.
Here's how I turn them into something both beautiful and functional.
Beautiful and functional, you guys.
I screwed them together with the 2 taller pieces at the back. I made sure to pre-drill with a drill bit, and then I secured them with 3 2-inch screws along each side. And I left both pieces open at the back so that I could easily add the boards for a shelf. And that's how I converted these old...
No. She said she purposely left the shutters in the back unhooked together so that she could get the shelves in there. Okay, fine. The minute a cat or anybody knocks into one of the sides of them, that whole thing, all your beautiful plants, they're gonna come crashing to the ground. Next, do you see the thin, like melamine shelf that she didn't secure at all? She just slid into the gaps of the shutter, and she didn't permanently affix the shutter so that it stayed open. I have some antique shutters right there. I'm sure you guys have seen them. They're usually right here. I could brush by it and they'll like open or close with barely a touch. There is no way that's staying. All those plants broken. Don't you agree, Carl? All the plants are broken. Carl says, yes, all the plants are broken. So don't do this unless you want all your beautiful plants that you've worked so hard on growing to get broken. There's no way that's supporting anything. There's no way. There's no way. I don't believe it. There's no way. Moving on. Okay. Painting some shutters maybe? I have no idea. Nobody's talking us through what's happening, so I'm just trying to figure it out as we watch together. But so far, they built a box that they're gonna put in the middle of a tall shutter that I thought they were painting, but it doesn't look like they were painting it at all. Maybe they were putting a clear coat on so no more paint chips off. I'm not quite sure. Please tell me they're not trying to make a chair or something. It's a nightstand. Actually, okay, I know. I'm bagging on it. Am I trying to find the cuteness in it? Again, for the right decor and the shabby chicness of it, I could see it, but I also, unless you affix that shutter to the wall, I know for certain those nightstands would not last in my house. The way Carl and Joe jump on one of the nightstands to get to the windowsill to get out into the catio, that's not lasting. And I'm not even sure how durable the Carl. He's mad because I closed the catio because it's too hot outside, and so I brought them both inside, and Carl's having a heart attack right now. The shelf that she screwed in to it, it doesn't have any supports on the front. But again, It's not a bad idea. Executed a little bit more properly would be beneficial. I think that they will tip over the minute the ceiling fan goes on. I don't know. We can get some inspiration from it, but I don't think we should recreate that exactly. All in all, this first video is not that bad. I'm not disgusted with anything yet. Maybe Home Talk has changed their ways. Maybe they saw my last couple videos and they were like, she's kind of right. All these DIYs are dumb. So let's step it up a little.
We've got to do better.
This one's not horrible. But again, if you made it exactly this way, I think you'd be mad because anything that you put on there is probably gonna end up breaking when that shutter gets knocked over. And I don't know if she secured it to the wall. They didn't show us, but if you were gonna make this exact thing, I would secure the shutter to the wall. Just better safe than sorry. I think this first video, I know we're doing a just because you can doesn't mean you should. Not that I would recreate anything that they made exactly, but it did inspire some ideas. So, I don't know, maybe I like Home Talk now.
But I thought you hated all the orphans in the whole world. Not anymore. I like them.
Maybe we like everything. Maybe Home Talk is a changed channel. I don't know. But I have a feeling that this grab a pack of dollar store skewers for this genius new summer porch idea that they uploaded 12 days ago is gonna be a good one.
Bamboo skewers can be used for more than just summer barbecues.
Okay.
Dollar Store has both small and large sizes. One of these July 4th red
It's 4th of July. We're gonna get some ideas.
to cut the bead garland string and pull
Okay.
all of the beads apart. Take a large bamboo skewer and add a drop of hot glue to the pointed end of the skewer. Slide one of the beads onto the end and hold for a couple of seconds while the glue dries.
Okay.
Now, hunt your home for scrap fabrics.
Wait. She says, hunt your home for scrap fabric that just happens to be red, white, and blue, because I know we all have scrap fabric that's red, white, and blue lying around, and she has a shit ton of it. So, okay, hunt your home.
Rather than messing with a measuring tape, use a plain piece of paper, I used 8.5 by 11, to roughly measure a block on a piece of red fabric. Snip alongside the paper pattern with some scissors, and then rip the fabric rather than cutting.
Okay.
I used a small notepad for my pattern. Just snip and tear the fabric into smaller rectangular shapes.
What is she making?
Using your hot glue gun, run a line of glue along the right-sided short edge of the fabric. Place the beaded skewer rod right on top of the glue
No idea what she's doing.
so it sticks well to the
She's
fabric.
making flags?
Once the rod is in place, run
She's making flags.
glue along the top of the rod. Carefully roll the rod along the glued edge, wrapping the fabric around the skewer to make a neat, secure finish. If you are incorporating a shirt pocket in your design, why not add an additional pattern with a small piece of fabric tucked into the pocket as a pocket square? Have fun mixing patterns. You can go classic or full-on quirky. You can take the tiniest fabric scraps and create any number of charming pattern combinations for your flags. Smaller flags are fantastic for small centerpieces. Tuck them into one vase or give them their own space in a test tube vase display. Larger flags are perfect for tucking into larger outdoor pots and planters.
Okay, this isn't a bad idea, but what I'm not loving, it's the back of the fabric. If you wanted to do something like this, well, first of all, I think they sell these flags at the Dollar Tree, but let's just pretend you have a shit ton of red, white, and blue fabric lying around the house that you have no idea what to do with. You could make these flags. I don't personally like that I'm seeing the wrong side of the fabric. What I would do if I was gonna recreate these, I would make my rectangle twice as long so that I could fold it in half around the skewer, and then I have the right side of the fabric on both sides of the flag. That's what I would do if I were gonna make these. I'm not going to make them, but if I were going to make them, I would make them double-sided. That's all I'm saying.
I hope this inspired you to create charming and inexpensive flags for the 4th of July.
I don't know. Hold on, pause. With as many as she's got right here, now to me, it's not giving flag at all. It's giving, I have a lot of laundry drying on my front porch. Yeah, I don't know. I don't want to be mean about it, but now that I'm looking at it, maybe she's just got entirely too many and that's what's throwing me off. But I'm about ready to say Just because you can doesn't mean you should. And maybe just because you can make a million of them out of scrap fabric doesn't mean you should. Maybe one or two might be a little better. And there's a part of me that's like, is that disgracing the flag? And then number two, maybe you could pick fabrics like the one she's got like right here where it's red and white striped. It does have a blue star fabric on it. Maybe those types of fabric give more flag than like, you know, this floral. This just looks like, I don't know, scraps of fabric glued to a stick. Sorry about it. Moving on.
Head to your backyard for all the supplies you're going to need for this fun patriotic project.
Okay.
I've got a couple of scrap pieces of wood here that I had already put together with some screws at the
I wish they would have titled this video instead of grab Dollar Tree skewers like however many different ways to make an American flag, genius new 4th of July ideas or something.
So I'm just going to go ahead and give this a coat of paint in navy blue to get it ready. With all the sticks cut, I'm going to go ahead and start laying them down across the board. And I've already started a couple of rows here, and it's just like a giant puzzle. You just need to fit them all in.
Okay, so we're covering our nicely painted board with a bunch of sticks.
I'm just going to lift up each piece and paint the back with some wood glue and stick it right back onto the board. I'm going to do this one piece at a time. Now that all the sticks are stuck in place, we want to go ahead and add some little wooden stars to finish off our flag. And I'm just going to use a dab of hot glue on the back to hold these in place. And the last thing I have to do once I have all my stars on is just remove all these little glue strings, and I'll show you how it looks in just a second.
How cool is this rough?
No. Thank you, Home Talk, for not letting me down. Just because you can go out in your yard and pick up a bunch of sticks and glue them to a board and then glue 50 stars on top of them doesn't make a flag. That is a waste of hot glue and time. That is horrible, and it does not resemble flag at all. No, you guys, no. If I come over to any one of your guys' house and I see this, that's it. I'm leaving and we're no longer friends. Sorry about it, but no. Just because you can, thank you, Home Talk, for proving doesn't mean you should. Okay, I promised Editor John I wouldn't watch too many of these videos, but I mean, once I get started, I can't stop. It's like a train wreck, and I feel like we need one more. I have to know, she sticks a strip light into a dryer vent, and the end result is jaw-dropping. Okay.
First was a trip to the home improvement store to pick up the vinyl duck hose. I just so happen to have a neon strip light, which you can find in a store or online. Mine is white, but they also come with adjustable colors, which is extra fun. Assembling this could not be any more effortless. Move the vinyl duct hose from the packaging and stretch it out completely. If your LED neon strip light is shorter, just pull it through the duct hose. Mine happened to be longer, so I gently folded it in half and pushed it through at the fold point. And that's it.
That's it.
Now, for the fun part. You can twist this up, you can give it a knot, you could even stretch it out full length and set it on the floor. Use a longer hose and hang it from the ceiling and let it pool on the floor. What's cool about this is that you can change up the shape anytime for a whole new look whenever you'd like.
Would you guys call that jaw-dropping? I would call that a dryer vent with some lights in it. That doesn't look jaw-dropping. Maybe I was almost gonna get behind it for a split second until the lights went on and I could see the seam of the dryer vent, like where they glue the paper around the thing. Maybe if you could camouflage that in the way that you like tied it up or organized it or what have you, that's a dryer vent. I'd hardly call it jaw-dropping.
The possibilities are truly endless.
Possibilities are endless.
It's modern, it's sculptural, artistic, fun, inexpensive, and simple to do in just 5 minutes. Seriously, you'd expect to see something like this in a modern art museum.
She did not. She did not.
It's art. A cooch.
Seriously, guys, you'd expect to see something like this in an art museum, a modern art museum, maybe, she said. Totally. It's giving that banana taped on the wall. 100%. No. No.
Run to the dollar store and go and grab a glass bottle.
Okay.
We're going to start off this craft with a cleaned out plastic bottle. If it has any plastic wrapper on it or any wrapper at all on it, we need to go and take that off, so use something sharp to go and remove it. Now let's put that off to the side and grab the bottle that we got from the dollar store. If you want to add some extra weight to it, you could always put something inside, like maybe some marbles or something of that sort. So now we're going to line this up with the bottle. After this is lined up and we have it almost centered, go and draw on the container a circle for where this is going to go and fit. After that is fully cut out, you can either leave this piece of plastic inside or you can go and remove it from the bottle. Make sure the hole on your bottle is big enough. Put your glass into the hole.
What is this?
The cap of the plastic bottle. Now we're going to go and paint our bottle. I am using this chalk paint. It's very pastel in color and kind of reminds me of almost the sky. So after
I have no idea what's happening here, but I don't like it.
Surface you are using, this chalk paint adheres to glass so incredibly well and also most surfaces. Now while that is drying, let's go and get these fake pearls and start to string them with some pipe cleaner. And now we're going to go and put different lengths of these pearls onto these pipe cleaners.
No.
Fishing line, make sure to cut off the extra material, go and bend the end of it there, but leave one end unbended. We're going to go and stick that into the bottle a little bit later.
It's unbent, by the way.
Strands of this, I made just about 10. We're going to go and poke some holes into our plastic bottle. Make sure to go nice and slow and
what is this?
X's as you go. Take the pipe cleaner, stick it in there, and it really does honestly.
What is this?
And continue to go and do this until you have all the pieces in. Now to really hold them in place, we're going to go and hot glue where it meets with the pipe cleaner and also the bottle. Got some fairy lights. Make sure they of course work. Now we're going to go and just bunch them up a little bit, and we're going to go and stick them into where we have the center hole.
Guys, what is happening? What is this? What is she making? This is horrible, and I don't even know what the outcome is. This is really bad right now, and I highly doubt it's gonna be jaw-dropping, but let's continue.
You could also use plugged lights, which it's easier to go through where you took off the bottle cap from with those. Now let's take this base here, stick it in place.
What is this?
Doesn't anyone notice this? I feel like I'm taking crazy pills!
I am using cotton for this, but you could also use maybe stuffing from a stuffed animal, or you could always just go and purchase some stuffing as well. You really want to make it nice and fluffy, and you're gonna need just about 15 to 20 cotton balls depending on how fluffy you want this cloud to look and how big your bottle was. Now let's go and glue these down. It's a good idea to start off with the center and kind of just branch out from there. We're going to follow along the shape of this bottle.
Is she punking us right now?
Here we're just going to add
what is this?
Cotton into some other places. Make sure to put some cotton and just cover it up. And now here's what the cloud looks like. Nice fluffy though, so use your fingers to go and poof it out. Now here's what the cloud lamp looks like when the lights are on and it's nice and fluffed up. And
when the lights are on,
lights are off. This cloud lamp is sure to light up any room, is so much fun to go and make. And
oh, thank you, Home Talk. This is why just because you can doesn't mean you should start it. It is this. It is this.
Brother, what's that?
I cannot right now. Okay, first of all, are the pearls on the pipe cleaners? Is that rain? What is that? Secondly, she didn't add the cotton balls in such a way that it took away from the shape of the plastic Coke bottle. It looks like a plastic bottle covered in cotton balls. It does not look like a cloud at all. If it is a cloud, why on earth did she have to waste the $1.25 on the Dollar Tree bottle and paint it? Why didn't she make this hang? She could have easily taken a wire hanger, stuck it in, or hot glued it somehow and hung it. This is she should be ashamed. She should 100% be, Home Talk should be ashamed. This, no, that's all. Show of hands in the comments below. How many of you are making this? How many of you feel so inspired and think that this outcome looks like something you would purchase from the Crate and Barrel, the Pottery Barn? Please let me know in the comments below. I want to know how many of you are running out to the Dollar Tree right now to go get the supplies for this. Yep, I'll wait. Let me know in the comments below. This is fucking hideous. So yay, there we have it, and there it is. Thank you guys for letting me take a break from this sunroom. I know. You're dying for me to finish it. I'm dying to finish it. I want to do it right and I don't want to rush it. And like I mentioned earlier, I've run into some trouble spots that I really need to work out in my head. So I needed to step away for a little minute by watching some home talk. If you like this video, please be sure to give it a big thumbs up. If you haven't done so already, please subscribe to the channel. Be sure to ring that notification bell so that you are alerted to all of the DIY Wednesday videos I push out. Eventually, one of those notifications might be the finale of this sunroom. So make sure you have your notifications turned on and you are subscribed to the channel. And with all that said, as always, thanks for hanging out.